Welcome back to the CryptoFather channel. Today is the 28th of August. Yesterday I had a bit of a snoozing. I woke up a little bit too late, 30 minutes past, and that messed up my entire morning routine. I wasn't able to record a video. But I'm back today with another update on everything crypto. Title it Crypto Watch because there's a couple of things that I wanted to bring your attention to watch out for. So in today's video, I'll be talking about Ethereum, a bit of TradeOgre news related to Grin in particular, something to watch out for, and then of course Bitcoin and all the other good stuff. But first things first, we're going to look at the markets as we always do in the morning on this channel. Before we get going, please make sure to smash up the like, subscribe to the channel, do all those wonderful things to promote the channel to help me spread the word on what I do, and let's get crack-a-lacking. The market cap is presently sitting at $3.9 trillion, $148 billion in trading volume. Bitcoin at $112, back up again. It was sitting very close to breaking point, but it crawled itself back out of the hole for the time being, at least. Ethereum at $4.5 thousand. Solana above 200, very nice to see. Cardano at 86 cents, and I keep hearing whispers of $1 coming up, speaking over the horizon, looking at us straight in the eyeball. Litecoin at $113, Toncoin still below 3. Where is Polkadot? I haven't seen the glowing fiery sign. Apparently Polkadot is $3.90. Horrible. Apparently they're paying something like 100 grand a month for this logo, or maybe that was just a one-time deal, one-time price, but they paid a hefty amount of money for this logo, apparently something like 100 grand. Looking at the Bitcoin charts, Bitcoin has broken above the resistance here at $111,000. This candle is still in the forming days. Let's have a quick look at the 4-hour chart. Yeah, it formed a candle above that resistance, so hopefully that's turned into support right now. It did break below it, but we are seeing this. Hopefully this is a bearish hammer candle. We do have the bullish hammer candles, which look something like this here, but this hopefully would be a bullish hammer candle. If there is such a thing, there should be the opposite of the bearish hammer candle. So hopefully Bitcoin should be pumping back up. And of course, we do have the announcements from Powell, right? From the Jackson Hole announcement, Powell suggests rate cuts are coming, but not because Trump demanded them. So during the Jackson Hole symposium, Powell announced that there will be rate cuts forthcoming, which is why we saw immediate pumps, and then of course a dump. But the rate cuts are supposed to be coming sometime in September, I believe somewhere halfway through September, second week of it. So we should be seeing the reverberation of this announcement in the market these days. Canary files for Trump coin ETF. Like, what? Are meme coins ETFs and that's becoming the new normal? Sadly, maybe. I don't think that should be a thing, but crypto is not looking too great. Anybody looking from the outside in, man, is looking at this like, what the frick is going on? The ongoing intersection of traditional finance and digital assets has taken a new turn, with Canary Capital Group's filing for a spot exchange trade fund ETF tied to Trump coin. On August 26, 2025, Canary Capital submitted an S1 filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for a spot ETF based on the Solana-based Trump coin. That is insane. It just makes no sense. 99% of all Bitcoin will be mined by 2035, says Bitcoin Archive. That means we only have 10 years to see almost all of it being mined. And so his suggestion is to stock as much Bitcoin as you can before then, because assumption is that the price of Bitcoin is going to go through the roof, create all kinds of mayhem in terms of supply shock and this, that, and the other. But we are going to experience, a bunch of halvings in the meantime. And so the production of Bitcoin is going to slow down significantly, obviously, because we're right now at like 3.025 or something like that. Let's see quickly. Yeah, so we had 50, 25, 12.5, 625, 3, 125. That was right now. That's what we're getting right now per block. And then the next halving is going to take place in 2028, at which point we'll be making, or people will be making, 1.56 Bitcoin per block. So the production of Bitcoin is going to slow down significantly, obviously. And so the expectation is that prices are going to go up. But in the meantime, when can we expect altcoin season? The Ribbit analyst shares key insights. Despite favorable macro factors like rate cuts and economic stimulus, altcoin season hasn't arrived due to low trading volume in smaller altcoins. It seems whenever I look at my portfolio, it seems like the top 10 are pumping. There's a lot of volatility, but the smaller ones, the micro caps, man, they're just stagnating in massive deficit levels. Ethereum's recent price rise against Bitcoin hints at a market shift, but it's not yet enough to trigger a true altcoin season. So let's have a look at what they have to say here. Chiefy says that altcoin season starts in September of 2025. The golden accumulation ends next week and low caps will pump 100 to 150%. Those who buy alts now will be millionaires by the end of this cycle. Not my advice. It's Chiefy's advice, man. Very bold statement, but I guess based on his charts, that is quite likely to happen. But I guess he is basing this on the September 17th announcement that's supposed to be coming out from the Federal Reserve, and Powell, who apparently may be introducing the rate cuts around sometimes around September 17th. Here's an interesting bit. Thailand. So Thailand's been on the news front recently with the introduction of cryptocurrencies and make it easier for travelers to use cryptocurrencies in Thailand. And apparently now Thailand taps KuCoin to launch 153 million government securities in tokenized form. Thailand's Ministry of Finance have selected KuCoin as its inaugural crypto exchange partner to participate in consortium backing its G-Token initiative, the world's first public offered tokenized government securities program. According to an official partnership announced posted on X, KuCoin Thailand, the exchange's locally regulated subsidiary, will collaborate with partners X Spring Digital, SIX Network, and Krung Thai X Spring to manage subscription processes, redemptions, and trading listings. First government token to elevate Thailand's economy. That's interesting. Well, that's basically CBDC, or maybe not a CB, more like a CGBC, centralized government token. Research predicts Ethereum to overtake Bitcoin within 1 to 2 cycles. So that would be sometime in 2032, right before the announcement of Bitcoin and 99% of Bitcoin being mined by 2036. LD Capital's Trend Research says treasuries and ETFs hold 20 billion in Ethereum, or 3.39% of supply. Stablecoins, RWAs, and DeFi show over 50% activity on Ethereum, underscoring its dominance as financial infrastructure, and analysts see ETH reaching $5,500 soon, with potential to for 10 to 12,000 by year end. Those are the assumptions, and all of that is running on the back of with things like Friday's 5 billion Ether options expiry, and of course the accumulation by BlackRock, which occurred I think just yesterday. This is something I was going to talk about yesterday, but didn't get a chance to do so, but so I bring up the article today, not this one, the next one that's coming up. But 5 billion of ETH in ETH options expire on Friday, possibly opening the door for bulls to push through the $5,000 barrier. 5 billion ETH options expire on Friday might mark a turning point for the cryptocurrency, as bullish strategies are now better positioned after a 22% ETH price gain over 30 days. The event could provide the momentum needed to push Ether above 5,000, through though investor focus remain on the Nvidia earnings expected this Wednesday. Then you got Ethereum ETFs record inflows in a single day. $455 million flow into Ethereum ETFs, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, this has been done by BlackRock. Ethereum exchange traded funds attracted one of their strongest daily inflows over on August 26th, with net capital ranging between 444 million to 455 million, according to data shown on whatever. Bitcoin ETFs also rebound, logging 88 million in net inflows on August 26th after 219 million surge the previous day. So more and more money flowing into both Ethereum and Bitcoin. Massive whale addresses by 456 million worth of Ethereum from BitGo and Galaxy Arkham. BlackRock just spent over 300 million buying this crypto, and that crypto is Ethereum. And all of that is done through spot exchange traded funds. These are not futures exchange traded funds, mind you. Just a point that occurred to me, most futures trading with leverage is done by retail, not so much by institutional traders. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't any institutional traders that are doing, but the likes of BlackRock, man, although they were fighting for was spot exchange ETFs, not futures exchange ETFs. Because these companies don't mess around with leverage. Leverage is for retail to provide exit liquidity for companies like BlackRock. That's what leverage is. Because when you buy a spot, you always have the asset. No matter whether it goes up or it goes down, you always have the asset. When you trade in futures on leverage, you run the risk of being completely liquidated, and everything you've put in will be gone. And it's going to go into the hands of the likes of BlackRock and other investment companies. Anyway, to this end, data indicates that the company poured 314 million into its Ethereum spot ETF on August 25th, making one of the biggest single-day inflows since trading began. And then, of course, August 26th saw even more inflows on it. And then this article is from Tuesday 26th, so I'm not sure if it's talking about the same one, but it could very likely be that BlackRock is just scooping up Ethereum on a daily basis in the millions. Dormant Ethereum whale buys 28 million in ETH amid 13% dip. So when Ethereum dipped just recently, let's have a quick look at the charts here. ETH USD right here. So this occurred just August 28th, yeah, when Ethereum dipped to $4,300. That's when the scoop up happened. That's also when I re-entered. I sold some Ethereum, I took some profits over here, and I re-entered back over here, and presently in profit as well. I trade only on spot. I don't muck around with leverage, and I do small gains. Literally, if I can make $200 or $300 a day in a day trading a couple of Ethereum, that's a good day of trading, man. I'm not looking for millions overnight, because that is ridiculous. But with these small movements, literally, you could have taken, you could have sold some here, gone back into the market here, sold some here, gotten back in, sold, get back in, sold, get back in, sold. Literally, like, this is how you could play it. Get back in, sold here, and then get back in here, and then you could sell it again here, and literally get back in here. Because I didn't sell it now this time around, I got it back in over here, and I'm holding the stuff I bought. If I had sold here, I would have made profit already. I could have gotten back in here, and if Ethereum pumps some more, I probably could have been selling it again. So these are small moves that you could do trading Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency, really, and make a couple of $100s each day. Nobody needs leverage unless you're going for the billions and you need it now, you know. But when you look at the likes of Crypto, these guys made massive amounts of money on the 2021 bull run. And of course, when you have that much money, then you can leverage your ass away. And Crypto got liquidated, so he lost millions just recently. What crypto whales are buying for potential gains in September? Crypto whales are quietly positioning for September gains, accumulating Arbitrum, Uniswap, and meme token Pepe. Arb whales added 2.1 million tokens since August 24th, aiming for a breakout above 57 cents towards 62, and accumulation persists, if accumulation persists. Unitop holders boosted holdings by 4%, while Pepe whales grabbed 2.18 billion tokens, signaling confidence in short-term rally. And remember that these guys are just picking stuff up to sell it at the next bump if the price, incoming price, is right. So don't think that these are going to be, you know, diamond hands. These guys are not going to be holding it. Everybody's looking out to take a profit. Benzinga, this article I found 2 days ago, says that Bitcoin will correct further in September, which may or may not happen. I don't really like Benzinga, man. They've got a paywall here, so whatever. But there is a warning. Always be aware of the fact that markets may retrace. Never invest your money into celebrity coins, because this is what happened to the latest YZY token. Now Kanye West is posting stuff on X declaring that his Instagram has been hacked and has been used to promote this scam coin again, which has siphoned out a bunch of money. And the fellas from the Libra token are apparently somehow involved with it as well. So like I said, just whenever you see another celebrity shitcoin coming out, just, you know, avoid them like the plague. And finally, TradeOgre, just in relation to TradeOgre. So I don't know if you've noticed, a couple of videos ago I posted, I made a point of saying that the Grin forum has had some interesting links, which was great to see. And so I got onto the forum, and it seems to me like there are people posting scam links here. And I replied, my basically reply was, why would you be posting scam links when people could click them and basically get phished? And already somebody left a comment, I don't know if it's true or not, left a comment under one of my videos saying that they've mistakenly tried to log into a phishing site, and so have handed over their login information, and they're asking me what will happen. Chances are you've been phished. So if you've got stash on your TradeOgre account, it may not be accessible even to the hackers right now, or to anybody right now. But if TradeOgre does come back online, then you've basically handed over your login information to the phishing site. And these people posting stuff here does not help. So this dude posts there are careful to check URL. There are many phishing sites, and it doesn't say like these are phishing sites. These are phishing sites. Why would you be posting them in a forum? Syntax Jack says that, you know, please be warned, there are many sites that look like TradeOgre, but the link is spelled slightly different. And then this chump here, Trump, he's the administrator, should really be called TradeRogue.com. Ooh, dude, it is called TradeRogue. That's the whole thing. This scam has been on. I've talked about it in the video. But when I tried posting it, I've been banned. Apparently, your post has been flagged by the community. Please see your message, view ignored content. So this was like a couple of days ago, and I'm not able to post anything. My last message that I tried to write has been, I can't send it. If I try to reply, it just says no, error occurred. So this is the last message from the admin, who I assume is the person who has flagged me, Mr. PhD scientist here, University of Amsterdam. But like the witty scoundrel is like stealing stuff that's already out there and claiming it as his own. What a tool. Anyway, be careful. My point to the reason why I'm pointing this out is be careful, because there's a lot of people, and you never know. This guy here says, TradeOgre seems to be online again. I have not tested whether it is fully functional or even a trap. So be careful of these announcements. Like I said to you before, watch my videos. I've said it before, TradeOgre is offline. They remain offline. And there's a bunch of websites that are scam websites that are highly likely phishing sites that will take your information and hijack it. Whenever you see stuff like that, please let me know, investigate, make sure you don't fall prey for these announcements or for these messages, because these are like, for all you know, these could be the scammers working together, and they post these suggestive messages which people then follow up on, and then like literally within the next 2 messages, so it's still offline for me, and within the next 2 messages this guy posts 2 links to phishing sites stating there are many phishing sites, but it doesn't say these are the phishing sites. So this is on the back of this guy saying that TradeOgre is back online. Be careful what you see. And then you've got this fool saying, oh, TradeOgre, it should be called TradeRogue. Really gets under my skin that I'm banned for no apparent reason, because I didn't make any statements that were derogatory or anything of that sort. I just asked, why would you be, I asked this guy, why are you posting scam links? And then immediately banned. Very fishy, very, very fishy. So be very careful on any forums. The Bitcoin forum has nothing going on, nothing new, basically. They've reposted, the last person, Trevoid, reposted the same things I talked about in my video a couple of videos ago. So we already know all of that. That's in the video. If I update Bitcoin, the Bitcoin talk, there's nothing new. Oh yeah, there's another post. Alpha Marine. Yeah, no, Alpha Marine is just spewing some wisdom, you know, I told you so type stuff. So there's no other updates for TradeOgre, unfortunately, for the time being. So keep your eyes peeled for scams. Be careful of anything posted on forums, because, like I said, this is looking a bit fishy. The fact that I reprimanded this guy for posting phishing sites, and then I was banned immediately, followed by the administrator trying to steal things that are already present and claiming it as his own. Very, very iffy. Please remember to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, pick up at the Send wallet right here. Discounts are on below the video. Also, do remember to pick up a copy of Crypto and Millennials. That's also available right now. Well, it will be available. It's available right now for pre-order. It will be available September 1st. $11, 188 pages, full of wisdom. Crypto Millennials: How Digital Money is Changing Personal Finance by Ledger Lane is your essential guide to navigating the new financial frontier. This book dives deep into why the traditional financial system no longer works for millennials and how cryptocurrency is reshaping the way we save, invest, and build wealth. This book is packed with real-world example, practical tips, and no-nonsense approach tailored for those who want to take control of their financial future. Pick up the book, learn something new, and do share the content with everybody else. I will see you tomorrow. Today is Thursday, so have a happy freaking Thursday. See you tomorrow on Friday. Peace.